Time to bring the thunder. Let the heavens rage! Zeus!
Hello everyone, Alta Toys here with another weekly series. Thank you all for your huge support. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, leave a like, share the video. Thank you one more time. Now, here with RP Luffy, GGB Locals, 5 rounds of OPTCG EB02 meta with RP Luffy against GP Luffy. I won the dice roll and decided to go second. And if you look into my start hand, I have actually what I'm looking for. If you haven't played RP Luffy yet, so the most important thing is to ramp as fast as possible. I have currently in this deck build 2 ramp cards available. It's the 3-cost Zorojuru and the 4-cost Mr. 2. I saw here Zorojuru in my start hand, so I'm definitely able to play him in turn 2. My opponent swing turn 2 with 8, I take this life. I swing here with 7 and then play Zorojuru, and I hope my opponent can't remove it. Probably, I don't know if there is any spice cards GP is using to be able to remove in the early game. I don't think so. Here playing against Sangoro from Team Ryu. Really good player. He already topped in regionals, also got his serial. I'm not sure, I think Shanks, if I'm not wrong. But he's one of the few Swiss players which was able to achieve this great result and got his serial card. Coming back to this game, my opponent played a search event, found stage, played the stage and swung again. This time I counter out because I don't want to go too fast to 1 life. 2 life is enough. Now here back at 6 dons. I don't have so many options in my hand. As you see, I have Sanji there, 3 cost. So I decided here, instead to play 2 times Sanji, I decided here to swing big. I want to make pressure. So my opponent takes the 2nd life. I think it's usual that GP likes to take the first 2 lives quite fast, and from there on he starts to protect himself. Here another 7k swing, and really interesting, my opponent gives me 2 2ks. So this gives me the information that my opponent does not have any 1k at the moment. But of course he could maybe draw into 1 or get it from the life. But still, this is very important information for me. Playing out here Sanji, passing the turn. So I'm expecting now to see Sanji pudding. And I'm super lucky that my opponent does not see Sanji pudding. I don't know, maybe in 20 games this happens once, that the GP player does not see any Sanji puddings. He plays here the new Rush Luffy. So the 6k swing I counter out, the 7k swing I have to take because I'm also a little bit weak in my hand in terms of counter power. And then he plays, if I'm not wrong, this is the Frankie with ramps 1. He used his stage ability to make his Luffy 8 cost, but against Red this is actually useless. Red is removing opponent's characters by power and not by cost. So yeah. Swinging here first with 6, just to check if he gives me another 2k or not. There is another 2k. Using leader ability, I'm on 8 dons. And now here, I'm a little bit scared if my opponent could start to swing. In the next turn quite heavy, so I don't want to play Shanks. So this is the reason I played here Dragon. Puts the 2 rested dons into leader, swing 8, and then another 9. I want to keep both dons open because I have 2 Gum Giants. So yeah, it looks not bad. It seems like my opponent has here a trigger, I don't know which one. Another 9 into leader, he takes his last life, so opponent on 0 life. And I pass the turn. So here on 8 dons. So 2 less than I have. My opponent plays here Sanji only for 3 instead of 6 dons. Due to the fact that he has 2 or less dons. And he uses here stage, plays another stage. I think this stage against red, it's not so good. But there is one reason why it is good against RP Luffy, because of Usohachi. Usohachi is only able to rest a 5 cost or less, and with the stage he can boost his characters, so I'm not able to rest them anymore. So my opponent swung first with Frankie. He used the Gamma Knife, which is very, very strong. This was probably also the card he had in Trigger, and he was thinking about to trigger it or not. So the first 4K swing with Frankie, I don't want to give him for free, so that's why I counter out. And now he swings 6 into Dragon again. And now I have to think like, okay, do I have to protect this Dragon? How many times do I protect this Dragon? Or should I just let it die? I remember that it was a hard decision here for me. I was, a little bit struggling with myself. Let me know in the comment section exactly in this situation of the game, which line would you have chosen before you see what I decided to do. It would be very interesting to know from you guys what you have in your mind, so I can also learn from you. After watching this here, I would probably have done it differently. So what is sure that with 2 Gums and I only have 1 life, I think Shanks will definitely not be an option to play in this game. It's just too risky. So at least 1 Gum I should use here. 1 Gum, throw Shanks away, see what I draw into. And from there on, I am able to rethink again, because he will probably swing with his Rush Luffy 2, use the ability, and probably swing also a second time with the Rush Luffy. So I have to protect Dragon 3 times, which I'm not able. I mean, not at the moment. I would need to see really some good cards with Gum. So here, deciding to use the first Gum, I think this is definitely the right decision here. 1 Gum I can use. And here I draw into a Radical Beer and a 1K, which, yeah, it's interesting, but not super exciting. I think a second 2K, yeah, could have been also not bad. So here he goes, another 7. Uses his Luffy ability to restand him. If I would have here 2 2Ks now, I'm easily able to use the 2 2Ks. And due to this fact, I would still have a Don open. I could use it to protect Dragon 1 more time. But here, what I need to consider about as well is, in my next turn, I at least need two bodies, because there is a blocker. I have Mulgon in my hand, which means one of my bodies needs to survive to be able to use Mulgon and try to KO this Sanji and try to go for game. So, due to this fact, I should protect here definitely Dragon, because Dragon is a 4k for now. Sanji is only a 3k. So it's easier for me to protect the 4k than a 3k body, right? Let's see what I decide to do here. It's super interesting to see this game afterwards. Such small decisions can make the difference between you win a game or you lose a game. So I decided here to not protect Dragon, which, yeah, in my opinion is a mistake. So opponent checks my trash to see how many 2Ks I used already. He's thinking here if he should swing 7 or 8 into Nami. Sanji, I mean. Or is it... No, I'm now confused. Is it Nami? Nami, or is it Sanji, but it looks like Nami? I don't know anymore, but you know which card I mean. So... now, if I want to use this Mulgon, I definitely have to protect... Sanji here. So... I decided to use... Radical Peep to not lose more dons, because I need them, actually. I just need them for my next turn. And here I decided to go all in. This I remember. Which, yeah, it's maybe also a little bit risky, but I don't really have many options left, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I could, let's say, I could Mulgon the Luffy, swing into Frankie, and then my opponent has probably only one blocker Sanji available. But he could try to rebuild his board, and the blocker Sanji is still available, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this was the right decision, but I decided here just to Mulgon Sanji. I mean, you saw during this game that my opponent was always quite weak in his hand, and he always had to give me 2k counters. So I decided here first to check with 6k. And my opponent already taps a Dawn, doing -2, which signalizes a Gum Gum Giant, which shows to me that he's super weak. So that's why I decided to go all in, and this was enough. Thank you so much for watching this game. See you in the next round.